Network. We're talking about network.
Absolutely. We're talking about network.
Yes.
You got to work to network.
That's right, because your network is your what? Network. Network.
Come on now.
Hey. Welcome back to She's in the Circle. This
Yes.
is where we get business done.
And we still have fun.
We always have fun.
Every
You know
time.
you're going to have fun with us
Come on
every Tuesday night. So we are so glad that you're tuning in.
Yes.
We hope that you are ready to learn something new today.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's always something we're always working on. We're on that path of self-development,
self-discovery.
That's right.
Building, growing, networking our own self.
That's right. So it's always something new to learn. So make sure that you have that little pad of paper with you. And if you hear something that resonates with you, don't forget to write it down. Write it down. And listen, these books,
Hunty.
the books that we are covering are amazing. So today we're going to be talking about Never Eat Alone, but we're going to get to it. Why the author calls it Never Eat Alone. We got to get into all of that.
That's great. I can't wait till we dive in.
Right.
But yeah, thank you all for watching, and thank you guys for, showing up for us and responding and getting into the comments and giving us feedback. We love to hear what your thoughts and ideas are about what we're talking about on the show and even about the book. I actually want to give a special shout out to Caitlin Mount. She was a neighbor of mine. She moved recently.
Okay.
And she actually watched our podcast for the first time yesterday.
Good.
And she got the book.
Awesome.
She got the book, The Soul of Money.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that.
So she loves the show, and
her name is Caitlin.
Caitlin Mount.
Caitlin Mount, right? I'm looking forward to meeting you, Caitlin. You have to come out to our events, right?
Absolutely.
Our events.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about the She's Efficient because we just had our brunch, right?
Oh my gosh,
we just did the brunch. The brunch dance
and learn,
right?
Yes.
But we got to rewind. Get stiff with it.
You know how we get stiff with it. It ain't
got to
at all.
Let's go back because who are we?
We are.
She's in the Circle. I'm Katrina Carrington.
Yes.
Your CPA with an MBA.
Come on now.
In business.
Come
right?
on.
So I got some.
You got some secret sauce.
Right.
Come on.
So put some respect. Respect on her name. Right.
Respect on her name, y'all.
Right. But I'm a business growth coach. Okay.
Absolutely.
I've been in this game for over 25 years, and I have multiple businesses myself with some street cred. Okay. So I can help you with your business. Right. And that's why when we talk about these success strategy sessions, that's what we're bringing to the table, along with my beautiful co-host, Dejae Williams.
Thank you.
And talk about all of the amazing things that you do, ma'am.
I shall. So my name is Dejae Williams, as you will know, and I am the marketing and branding expert here at She's in the Circle. Yes, the marketing maven. I love all things marketing. I love connecting with people. I love meeting. I love also connecting people with others.
Connecting. You're a connector. You're definitely a connector.
A super connector.
This what we're talking about today, which is she's a networking maven. This is your jam.
This is my jam.
This is your jam.
I'm ready to get all up in there.
She loves to do, and she does.
I love it. I love
very well. I love to see you. I love to see you work. I got to tell you that.
Really?
I enjoy watching you connect. And this is definitely an area where you do really well. You succeed. That is where that's. I want to say it's your zone, and you're operating in your zone of genius.
Oh, very nice.
The way you flow and how you are able to easily, when you meet people, how people really gravitate towards you and they really connect with you. And I admire that. I really do admire that. You're helping me because I'm a as a CPA.
Right.
I am your textbook introvert. Right. Because
you got to get to those numbers.
I spend a lot of time on these numbers.
Right.
But I do meet a lot of people. I've met a lot of people in my profession, and I've learned to embrace the art of networking and connecting people to, I understand the importance of that. And that's why I really enjoy this book. But if I have my druthers, I am at the core, I'm more of an introvert. So I enjoy.
Can y'all tell? Because I can't tell.
I enjoy my time alone. I really do.
Right.
I love me, and I enjoy my time alone, especially with close family and friends. And I really do love building. I love embracing the close relationships that I have and nurturing those relationships. Right. But also in my profession, I also understand the importance of having to get out there and network and meet new people, So absolutely. I love that about you. I love that that's just something that you do intuitively. Like you're like, okay, who's in the room? I got to meet this person. I got to meet that. Right. And she does it well. It's an art.
I appreciate it.
It's an art to the whole thing. It's a beautiful thing to watch you work, ma'am.
Thank you.
It is, yes.
Well, I mean, okay. What do you say after such a?
I'm going to give you your flowers.
Well,
I'm going to give you.
And you did.
Let's
cheers it up. Let's cheers it up.
That's right. Well, yeah. Cheers. You got to give people their flowers.
Absolutely.
When you see something that's amazing in somebody, you have to point that out because I know you know that about yourself. But
I do.
It's also something that is. It's also nice to hear that. Okay,
it is.
I'm doing something right. I'm doing it. Right.
Absolutely, and I feel like you network really well as well. I feel like you also network really well.
Okay, well then that's going to give the introverts out there some hope.
Exactly.
That's going to give you hope.
Yes, because I also enjoy my alone time too. Because when you're out there and you're a people person and you genuinely like to engage with people, you need that time to refresh and recoup and kind of replenish yourself so you can go out there and do it again.
Yeah.
So that's why I love what we're doing here at She's in a Circle, because the self-development journey and reading these books every month is just adding to what I already have. It's adding to my repertoire. So I love that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing.
Good. So we got to talk about our favorite tool for today. Oh, wait. Let's go back.
What's that?
The brunch, dance, and learn.
How could we can't even skip over that.
Yeah.
We had an amazing turnout, first of all. Thank you all for coming and showing up and participating in your line dancing, and just the networking aspect of it was so amazing.
Yeah, and the beautiful venue. Shout out to Uncork Unwind, Shayla Boyd, and I call her T, but Tion, but we know her as T. She is just this bubbly burst of energy
and enthusiasm. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, they're a dynamic duo.
Absolutely.
But shout out to them for hosting that event and their venue and the charcuterie spread, and of course the pink mimosas.
Just give it one more cheers, girl. We're gonna cheers it all up today.
We gotta cheers it up
with the queen bees
to the queens.
Yes,
the queens to the queens, right?
To the queens out there,
right?
Absolutely.
Right.
From one queen to another, but refreshing. Very refreshing.
Right. So, yes, we had an amazing time, and I can't wait for our next event. So, stay tuned for when we're going to be hosting our next event, and you definitely are going to want to come on
Absolutely.
out. You need to come on out. And
because the ladies made some amazing connections.
Always.
Every time.
Because it's such a positive environment that's always fostered. We're always
fostering a positive.
We're conscious about fostering that very positive, supportive, safe space.
Yeah. Right? That's our culture. That's the culture of She's in a Circle, to make sure that everyone feels welcome and safe. And it's okay to be yourself, because when you're yourself, you're going to shine more. You're going to be able to connect more.
And it's okay. Yeah.
It is.
And
we like you.
Everyone has something special about them, right?
Absolutely.
So, no matter what your little quirks and idiosyncrasies are.
We all got them, and it's okay.
Right. We all have them, but
don't let those hold you back. Don't let that hold you back.
That's right. And it's not a place where there's going to be judgment. If there's something that you want to work on, it's a safe space to say, hey, what are the things that I could work on? What are the things that you think are what do you think are my strengths? What are some areas that you think I could work on to help? So
I love that.
Yeah, a safe space allows you to do that, and without fear of judgment, because everybody is there for the same purpose, the same reason. You're connecting with like-minded people,
individuals, absolutely,
with like-minded people, right?
Absolutely,
yeah, and that's really important.
I like that.
And that whole cliquish thing, you got to get away from that. Being cliquish and the gossipy kind of things and the mean girl things. No,
that's not our culture.
That's not our culture. No, and it shouldn't be it shouldn't be in anyone's culture.
It shouldn't.
Even when it comes to now.
What you gonna say?
The Real Housewives. I'm gonna tell you.
I knew you were gonna go there. I knew you were gonna go there. Let's go.
The whole franchise. Now
we're in it.
Why are the Housewives so popular? What do you think it is?
It's the sensationalism of the drama.
It's the drama.
But you have these beautiful, eye-catching ladies. They're absolutely gorgeous. And some of them have businesses.
A lot of them have businesses that were formed on those platforms, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so they were created on those platforms. And gosh, I do enjoy the show. I love to see all the fabulousness. I really do. We're in a smaller
guilty pleasure,
town.
right?
It is a guilty pleasure, but it would be so nice to see these women actually support one another in all of the when they go to their confessionals and they're just talking about each other behind their backs and all this. It's like, come on, y'all. Come on. Just have the conversation, right? Have the conversation with them and don't be a mean girl. Support one another.
Yeah.
And watching these women tear each other down.
Yeah.
Man, that's hard to watch. And it's across the board. It's all the franchises.
Yeah.
It's all
but that's their format.
That's
their format because in real life, if someone does that to you in real life, you're not going to go back and meet with them and have that just doesn't happen. So that's their format and it's guided, but they still have a choice what they do and what they say. So it's unfortunate, that's the way to success for them. That's the only way is to go through the format of these franchises because the whole theme of it is drama and sensationalism. And hey, you fight her, that's going to give you more views. And then you guys talk about each other on your social media platforms. So it's kind of like a play. And sometimes I wonder if all of it is real or what parts are real and what parts are fake.
I think some things are kind of hyped up, but these are these people's lives. Just you have to imagine you go on one of these shows and a lot of it I'm sure is scripted and I'm sure the producers of the show are kind of wanting to play up certain things, especially when you look at the editing and things like that of the show. But there's a lot of spillage over into their personal lives.
There is.
These women are really going after each other and really going after destroying each other's reputation and just that kind of thing. So
we don't do that here.
If it is a guilty pleasure, that's a show to watch. What not to do.
There you go. Exactly.
That's what not to do.
That's not how you network.
What you're gonna not do.
Exactly.
That's what we're not gonna do.
Yeah, not here.
Ma'am, we are not doing that.
Here. Exactly. You go do that over there, but we don't do that here.
Anywhere. Yeah. Just don't do it anywhere. Just be a good person.
Yeah.
Just be a good person, right? Just be a good person. Dude, this is the golden rule.
What does Spike Lee say?
Just
do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
I was going to Nike. Just do it.
Oh.
It's the other just.
Right, the other just.
Spike Lee said,
do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Hey. You got to do the right thing. Do the right. What are we going to do a karaoke event?
We need to. We should do one on the show. We really should do one.
Ooh, do you want to see karaoke? Do you want to see 45 minutes of straight karaoke? I don't know.
We can break it up. We'll break it up for you because
we got to get Lamar and we have to get Lamar and Francis. I cannot wait.
Yes. Karaoke, Lamar Francis.
He can blow. He can blow. Gosh. He can sing. I've witnessed it in Okinawa, Japan. I have witnessed it.
You got receipts.
And he's over there no, thank you. No ham, no cheese. No, won't be doing that.
I would love to hear. So we got to have his wife on the show.
Let me tell you what he sang. Let me tell you.
What did he sing?
He sung Ordinary People.
Now, that's not an easy song to sing.
You know how many runs are in it? We're way off track. However, do you know how many runs are in?
What?
We're just ordinary people. Take it slow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He got all the O's. All the O's, okay?
Really?
And his wife, Frances, I heard she could blow too, so we got
to have them on this. That's not even questions. Frances Lamar, we will see you all soon.
He's going to
kill us soon.
I don't even know why, but he's one that missed his calling, and I did too.
I can't, but I will sing anyway. That ain't my calling, and I'm very well aware, but she don't care. Oh, whoa, whoa. This time we'll take it slow.
And you're never going to eat alone.
Yes.
Right? So we got to get into this
book. Oh, it's amazing.
Let's get into it. So this book, the book we're covering today is Never Eat Alone. And like I said, today's topic is She's a Networking Maven. Okay.
Yes.
And we want to talk about the importance of just making connections, networking with people, going to events, putting yourself out there, it's okay to be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah. Initially, you'll feel that discomfort because you're doing something new, but the more you do it, the more you feel more and more relaxed. start to feel more natural for you.
Right. Exactly. So I have wanted to just give a little background on the book. So the author is Keith Ferrazzi. And he is a highly sought after motivational speaker, renowned for his insights on networking, relationship building, and leadership. Absolutely. And he is actually an undergrad. He went to an Ivy League schools. He has his undergrad from Yale, and also he has an MBA from Harvard.
Come on, Keith.
Okay, so the man has been doing his things, and like most of the authors, and a lot of the entrepreneurs that we've been covering, they all come from very humble beginnings.
They do.
And that's what makes them so scrappy. That's why that's where the grit comes from. When you grow up and you don't have anything and you want something for your life, that is where the grit comes from.
Absolutely.
That's what makes you
want more,
scrappy.
So you're willing to do more. Absolutely.
That's right. That's where that work ethic comes from. So don't ever be ashamed from coming from
where you come from. Absolutely.
Yeah, don't be ashamed of that. That's part of your story. That's part of your testament. And that's what a lot of these authors are proud to say is like, hey, this is where I came from, but look where I am now.
Yeah, right. Started from
and
the bottom.
I love it.
Here.
I love that. And it keeps them humble. They remain humble.
It does.
Right? Work hard, stay humble.
Perfect.
That's the name of the game, right? So the central theme of the book is that relationships and networking are crucial for success. And Ferrazzi argues that building a network of meaningful connections can open doors, create opportunities, and embrace your personal and professional life. So what did you think about that? What did you think about the book?
The book was amazing.
Okay.
So this is right up there.
This is her jam, y'all.
Yes, this was right up there with 10X for me.
Everywhere. You go to a restaurant, she's like, hey,
I just have to talk.
People over at the other table.
Can't help it. It's natural.
Oh my God, I love your hair. Oh my gosh. Like, where are you from?
It's just who I am.
And the whole conversation ensues.
Right. And then I start finding about their family, what they do. It might turn into a business opportunity. Hey, it might turn to something you never know.
Here is always networking. I love it though. I do. I love it. I love that about you.
But to the book,
tell me what you thought.
I love the book. I love how he broke down, I feel like after reading this book, I can sharpen my networking skills a little bit more, kind of polish them up a little bit.
Okay.
But I love how he talked about connections and then how to make those connections and then how to nurture those connections. So he kind of walks you from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 12, how to make the connections, how to foster the connections, and how to grow them afterwards. And the main thing I love about the book is he talks about not being stingy. So when you meet somebody, like how people hold the people that they know as social collateral.
The gatekeeping.
Exactly.
The gatekeeping.
So I'm not going to tell you about this person that I know that can help you in your business because I want to keep them for myself and I want to have a favor later on.
Right.
So he talks about how that doesn't serve anyone.
That can backfire.
It can.
That can backfire because when it comes to just connections and meeting people in any relationship period, it's not just meeting new people. I think in any relationship, you should always give more than you take.
Yes.
You should always give more than you take. It is about reciprocity, but you should never even keep score. Like, okay, well, I gave this many times, so now it's your turn to give. There should be this give and take.
It should not be transactional.
Right. And you should always look to help people, look to make connections,
Absolutely.
look to connect people that you think will benefit one another. Be a connector. That's something that he also talked about in the book as well.
I thought it was amazing.
But that example that you gave, he did talk about one of his former colleagues that he had asked for some type of favor. He asked, he had gotten let go from a job or something like that, right? And he asked if that former colleague would make a connection, right? And the colleague said, well, I know someone, but I need to hold that one for myself because I don't know when I'm going to need him. So I'm sorry, but I can't make the connection for you. And
how wild is that?
Yeah,
that's wild.
And he did follow up later and said that person wasn't doing so well. Because if that's how you operate, I mean, just imagine, people do remember how you make them feel. And just imagine how that makes one feel to say, like, I can't help you because I got to help myself out here, right?
Right.
That's stingy.
It wasn't even that deep.
It wasn't deep. And you never know when you may need someone else.
Later down the line.
You never know when you may need a favor.
Yeah.
And I'll just say this, even when that time comes, it's never an opportunity to play, do the get back game either.
Right.
To say, well, last time you didn't help me, so I'm not going to help you.
Yeah. You always keep it clean as possible.
Be a good person. At the end of the day, be a good person. Give more than you take. Yeah. Give more than you take, and just know that everything comes full circle.
It does.
Everything. That's why I'm a firm believer in just treating people right.
Right.
You treat people with dignity, respect, integrity,
honor.
That's something that's so important, and it can't be stressed enough, because you just never know. Even the people that work for you one day may be.
You never know.
You may be needing them one day. You may need to.
Roles can change.
They can be dominating.
You never know.
They can turn around and dominate your industry. You never know, and you might be asking for a job one day. You never know.
And that has happened before.
That's
happened. Yeah, so you have to be careful. I mean, even celebrities talk about how they were coming up. Michael B. Jordan comes to mind. He came up and people were teasing him. I don't know if you saw that interview. Mm-hmm. There was a person who interviewed him when he was coming down the carpet, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Michael." He's like, "Oh, remember I was the nerdy dorky kid, huh?" Yeah. He kept walking. Mm-hmm. So you never. She's like, "No, I didn't say that." People don't forget what you say to them. It's how you treat them.
It's how you make people feel.
Absolutely,
and that is something that will resonate. Huge. That will resonate with people when you make them feel crappy. They'll always remember that thing about you.
Yeah.
So
like you said, if you're a good person, you don't have to even worry about that, because and again, you can't control what others do, but you can control what you can control is your own actions, your own responses to things. You don't ever want to react, but you want to respond. You want to think things through and then respond from there. So being a good person doesn't mean you let people walk over you.
So true.
What it does mean is that you handle things in a classy manner. You don't have to do tit for tat.
Yeah. No. And don't have.
Hey guys. Hey.
That's some exciting news.
Yes. So we are announcing our new challenge called She's Scaling.
Our 10X challenge, everybody.
That's right. So,
oh my gosh, talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it. All right. So right now we are working on building our subscribers on YouTube, right? Yeah. And we have gotten up to 150 subscribers, and we thank you all so much, right? Absolutely. And so we have goals, just like we are talking to our beautiful audience about having goals, setting goals, and 10xing those goals. We are doing the same, okay? Yes. We are walking the walk, guys. We are walking it as well. Exactly. That's right. We are not talking the talk. We are walking the walk.
And we want you to walk this out with us. So
that's right.
Here's how you can help.
That's right. Here's how we need your help. So with we have at least 100 subscribers on here, right? You at least 100 subscribers. So we need your help in getting 10 subscribers each. Okay? That is our 10x challenge, right? Because 100 times 10 is 1,000 subscribers. And at the end of the year, our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. So to sweeten the pot, we are starting our She's Scaling challenge, where we need your help. So you have to get 10 people to subscribe to the She's in the Circle challenge.
And the way you're going to do that is you're going to have those 10 people that you tell about She's in the Circle screenshot you that they've subscribed. Once they screenshot you, you're going to email us at she'sinthecircle@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and put your tally of the 10 that you have. Now, if you want to do more than 10 and you want to 10x that challenge, you can go ahead and do that as well.
Well, because for every 10 names that you get, your name will go into the drawing. So that will get you more drawings. So that you get 20 people. That's going to get you two names in the drawing.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
2 chances. That increases your chances of winning. And what's the prize? Drum roll. The prize is $250.
Yes. It's a rate of money. This coming down.
How easy is that? How easy is that, right? Right. So get those 10 names, contact your family, your friends. And look, you're not asking, it's not a big ask, right? Because there's so much valuable information that you're getting.
Right. In the circle.
So this will help to get the She's in the Circle this podcast out on a bigger platform, guys.
Right.
So that's why we need your help.
And if you see value in this podcast and in what we're doing here, and we know you do because you've been watching every week, go ahead and share the information.
That's right.
But if you're going to share, why not get rewarded for sharing? So make sure. Come on.
Can I get what?
Can you get what $250?
Can I get $250? I can start Christmas shopping.
Oh, early.
Or I can invest that $250. Yes, baby.
Ooh.
And then you can start your own 10x challenge.
Let's go.
Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, because you're going to get $250 cash money. Okay.
Cash money.
All
You
right.
can do whatever you
All
want to
right.
do
Yes.
with. So make sure you go ahead and get your people to screenshot that they subscribe and then email it to us at she'sinthecircle@gmail.com. That's going to be right here. And come on, get this money, honey. It's waiting for you. Get that money. Let's get that money.
Have a chip on your shoulder and don't
Absolutely.
do
For what?
things, don't hold grudges and things like that. Just if somebody needs help, regardless, just be a good person.
And help them out.
What would Jesus do?
What? Yeah, remember when they
What
had
would
the
Jesus
WWD bracelets back in the day? Yeah.
No, really. What would Jesus do? Like, just be a good person. Anyway.
Period.
So, key takeaways from the book. Number one is building genuine connections, authentic connections. Don't be fake.
That's important.
Don't network, but make friends. That's one of the things that the author points out in relation building. Because even when we talk about networking, it can sound like, okay, I'm coming here for a purpose. I need something. And it's not about just the business of networking. It's about building relationships and creating authentic relationships. Because when you go to any type of event where there's going to be networking, again, have the mindset of how can I help the people in the room? Yes, there's something that you'll be able to garner from being in that room as well. That's going to benefit you as well. But if you're somebody who is there to help other people, it's naturally going to come back to you.
I agree.
And just being somebody who is willing to give more than you take is going to come back. And you'll be remembered for that. And that's going to become more of your reputation, right?
People will know you for that.
That's what you become known for. Yeah. And what's the harm in building relationships that are authentic? And yes, you might end up meeting a really good friend, making a really good friend.
You might meet your business bestie.
You just
never
may.
know.
So and we got to tell. Do we have time? Let's talk. We got a little time. So we got to talk about our story, how we met. We talked about that on our very first episode.
We did,
but we did meet in a more of a business setting, right?
Initially, yes.
Initially, a business setting where I have the Unique Bee Boutique, and there's a story behind that as well. And I'm gonna talk about that in another episode, just the story behind the Unique Bee Boutique. But you were filming I was filming
for the Military Wives of America.
Okay, I'm gonna let you tell the story.
So I'm in here. So Jacksonville, North Carolina. Started a new project called the Military Wives of America, and I'm looking for spots to shoot. So I found the design studio just by driving by.
It was a boutique at the boutique.
The Unique Bee Boutique. Thank you. Right. Yes. So it's the Unique Bee Boutique at the time. I drove by. They were just closing, and one of the employees were there. And I peeked my head in, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous! It's absolutely. I mean, you walk in there, it looks like your dream closet. It's just absolutely beautiful fashions, like the clothes.
Love beautiful things.
We do. We just can't. That's just our vibe.
Can't help it.
Yeah, that's just our vibe. We just like nice things. So, I talked to the employee. She gave me your information. I think I called you or emailed you. I emailed you,
and then we had a phone call.
Then we had a phone call, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, sure." Again, nice. Open. Oh, of course. I would love, and you saw it as an opportunity too. And that's the way I presented it to you. Right. An opportunity to give you more coverage and an opportunity to find a spot to shoot. So we meet and then we shoot. And again, the store was well decorated, beautiful, beautiful fashions. The ladies had a fun time shopping. We got the shots in that we needed to get in. And then I was able to interview you afterwards. Interviewed her. She gave away so much information. Like, this is information you would typically give away when you do a success session.
Yeah.
So, and some of the ladies there were entrepreneurs and business owners as well. You just gave away a lot of value. That's one thing I like about you. You're always giving away information.
Thank you.
You're never holding anything back. You're never trying to hide your hand or anything. When she breaks something down, best believe it's going to be from A to Z. Completely. Completely. But I love that because you don't leave anyone guessing. Like, here's all the steps. when she's talking, I will tell you this: you better have a pen and paper because it's gonna just come. She's gonna it's like it just flows. It just flows. So, great opportunity there. We met, and then after that, we started doing lunch dates and getting to know each other more.
Never eating alone.
Never eating alone.
We didn't eat alone, right?
That's when the whole cheers thing started. We started cheering with the margarita cups, and it kind of grew from there organically,
right?
And then eventually it turned to this.
Yeah. And we realized how much we had in common.
Right.
And how you're a giver too. And also it was an authentic relationship. The connection was real. The energy was always so good. I always felt so good. When we came together, it always felt so good. You know how you can pick up on someone's energy, and everybody is not for everyone. You might meet people and it's just, it doesn't click, and it's okay. Mm-hmm. Like everybody is not going to be for everybody, but there's still things that you can learn from one another. There's still, that doesn't mean that you just have to just write somebody off because you don't have a connection. But that's one of the things that we really just did have naturally. It was just an organic connection. Mm-hmm. And we just spent more and more time together, and that business relationship turned into a friendship that turned into a greater business relationship. Exactly. So it is actually that is how our relationship even played out. So if we didn't take the time if I didn't say yes to that opportunity, if you
shut it down, right?
Or if you didn't reach out, right? Then
we would have never been here.
Would have ended there.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you do have to just take a chance. We're all busy. There's things that come up, and sometimes you do have to say yes. You have to say yes to certain opportunities, and you have to. This is where the time management and all those things create a life for yourself where you can seize opportunities, and you're not so busy all the time that you do have to say no to so many things. So that is something that I'm working on, because I am a giver and I will give freely, but I have to learn how to make sure that I manage that time so I'm not so busy. But I'm glad I said yes to that opportunity, because here we are today, right? Here we are today.
Creating something beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Another key takeaway is generosity and reciprocity. We talked about that, giving more than you get.
Oh, that's one of the things part.
That he really hones in on, is always be a giver. And then also becoming a connector. Be a connector. Be someone that's willing to introduce one person that like if somebody is a new business owner, for example, or if you're working a 9-to-5 and there's someone that's new that just started the job and you've been there for a while and you're well connected already, it's okay to introduce them to someone else. It's not going to take away from you. Don't look at it as, okay, if I make these connections that might hurt me one day, or
already the wrong mindset.
I might lose an opportunity and this person might take my job and all these kind of things. Just do things freely. Just be, like I said, it's the golden rule. What would you want for yourself if you were new? I go back to the story where I met Pastor Brenda Vega at the event. I met her at the Onslow Dancing with the Stars. And I just had started my business. This was over 10 years ago. I had just started the CPA business, and I was putting myself out there. I was going to events, and this is where I was networking, trying to meet new people and let them know about all of this amazing service, all these amazing services that we had.
She does have amazing services.
And I just had to get out there and meet people, which, like I said, for someone who's an introvert, you're putting yourself out there, right? Yeah, I'm putting myself out there. And I get there, and everyone had already, when I get to the event, the tables were already full. So I'm looking around for a table, looking around like,
were you kind of nervous? Like, was it nerve-wracking for you?
I was nervous. I was like, okay, I'm here.
Represent.
And she saw me, and she offered me a seat at her table. That's how I met Brenda Vega. Wow. She offered me a seat at the table, and our connection just really flourished from there. She is one of my confidants. She is one of the closest people in my life. Wow. She's my spiritual advisor. I love her to pieces. She's an amazing woman. Pastor Brenda Vega is an amazing person.
She absolutely is.
But she showed me kindness. And she didn't know me. She had no idea who I was, and she saw I needed help, and she offered me a seat. I don't know whose seat I had, but she gave me a seat.
I see that at the table,
and I really appreciated that about her. So she, and then of course I met other people through her. So she was a giver and willing to make connections and things like that. And all of those things come full circle. They really do.
They do.
That's just it's all about being a good person. At the end of the day, just be a good person. The next thing he talks about is follow up and follow through. So when you do make connections and you do meet people, you have to, if you tell somebody that, hey, let's get together for lunch, or hey, I'm going to call you. Keep your promise.
Keep your word.
Keep your word. Keep promises that
because
you
make. Remember that.
Right. Not only to yourself, keep the promises you make to yourself, but also keep the promises that you make to other people.
Absolutely.
Because by not, those are confidence killers. When you don't keep your word, those are confidence killers. Because when you see that person again, you're
ducking and dodging, trying to hide out.
That part.
Right.
That part.
Hello? Oh, hey, God, it's you again. Okay. God says, hey. Hey, okay.
Jesus.
Uh-huh. What would you, we were just talking, we're telling them, the best way to connect, okay.
He said, what would Jesus do?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll let him know. God said, and this is from my ears to your ears, from God's mouth, God said the best way to connect with people is to be and show love. Be love.
Come on.
Embody love.
Come on.
When you love, and not saying you have to be in love with the person.
Love that. Yes.
But when you are love and you are showing and sharing love, people can feel that energy. And the greatest gift of all is the love of God. So when you just be love. Just be love. Being a good person, embody love. Moving forward.
There you go.
There you go. That's from God.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. All right. And then maintaining your reputation and acting with integrity. Always act with integrity.
Yes.
Be known for your expertise and be reliable. Being a reliable person. Somebody that people can
depend on.
Yeah, that's important too, because that does become your reputation, right? So this is Never Eat Alone. And
get this book. I'm sorry. I just have to say, you will not be disappointed. This book is for everybody, whether you're a parent, whether you have a child in college. This will greatly increase their networking skills as well, because in that
too,
exactly. So
affiliate code.
Get this book.
Look down there.
This is the book y'all have to get.
And the affiliate code is right down there.
Yeah.
Make sure you click on that link. You heard it here first. So click on that link for the affiliate code.
Absolutely.
Right? And we're also going to be sharing this in the comments. So if you're chatting with us right here on YouTube, look right there. Get this book. Click that affiliate code. All right. Yes. You heard it here first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what are some tips? Let's talk about some tips.
Some tips.
Okay. So
from the book,
we have from the power of networking, right? Do you believe that networking can build business growth?
1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%.
How so?
Well, it creates more opportunities. So the more networks you can connect, and the more networks you can connect with, and the more opportunities you can grow for your business. So again, no one's going to know about you unless you put yourself out there, just how you did. And I'm always putting myself out there, letting people know, hey, this is what I do. This is who I am. And I think finding the ways to help, that's the key thing. So when people network, one of the things that they want to know, I hate to say this, but they don't really care about what you got going on. They want to know, what can you do for me?
What can you do for me?
What have you done for me lately?
That's right. That's why you come in the room to help people.
Exactly.
When you come in, it's not about what they can do. I love how you said that. It's not what they can do for you.
That's not what your country can do.
What you can do for your country.
Yeah.
Right? But that's real. Be someone who is going to just come in and help people. How can I help you?
Lead with that. That's what you want to lead with.
Yeah.
And people will say, oh, wow. So and be genuinely interested in what they do, because the more you talk to them, the more they'll open up, and you'll understand where they have those pain points and how you can fill those in. So the key thing is being a really good listener too. That's something I've been practicing for most of my life. Just really intently listening and hearing, not listening to respond, but listening to hear. So that way I can understand.
That's good. That's a great tip.
This is how I can help this person. So let me let them finish so that I can go on and tell them now what I can do for them. That's how you network. That's how you open up the door.
How about remembering names? I know that sometimes it's so much data that we consume every day. So that you have to, there's certain things that you choose to commit to memory, right? Yeah. And one of the things that's so important and really can remember how you make people feel is important. And if you forget somebody's name, that can make a person feel like you don't really.
I guess that wasn't that important.
Yeah, I remember, especially if they remember your name.
Right.
If they remember your name and you don't remember their name, you're jogging that memory. You're like, oh my God, I know.
And please don't say the wrong name.
Don't say the wrong name.
Don't say the wrong name.
And even when making connections, I know that's something that I struggle with is if I don't remember your name. If that has happened before, I apologize. Please blame this, not my heart, because my heart is always coming from a genuine place.
It is.
But it's so much data that you're taking in, that you're consuming every day, that sometimes it's hard to remember a name. So do you have any tips for that?
I do. How I remember names is I try to equate it to a rhyme or something funny or something silly. Okay. Because when you never forget a joke that just made you laugh and bubble over, right? Yeah. So I'll try to remember, I'll try to make it rhyme, Leon, Dion.
Tina, Bobina, Banana, exactly. Bobina, Beba, Bobina.
That's Tina. Right. So committing it to a song or a rhyme or something silly, that's how I remember. And also, if there's something that really stands out about the person, let me just say, these earrings today that you have on, Hunty, look, if y'all see me borrow these from my business bestie at the show, y'all know where it came from. If I didn't know you and I met you, I would definitely come up and compliment you on these gorgeous earrings. This whole ensemble is gorgeous. But these earrings really are popping. Speak it to me, girl. If you get my drift.
Girl, what they saying?
They saying you might want to. They say to me. I could be wrong, but that's what I hear. What do y'all hear?
All right.
But
I might give her the earrings.
But what I will say, things like that stand out, that really catch your eye. That's another great way to remember someone's name. Because when you'll see their face, that was the girl with the gorgeous earrings. That's Katrina. Oh my God. Hey, how are you doing? And then bringing that back up. I just remembered, I love your earrings when we met last time. Where'd you get those from? So now I acknowledge something that you wore, and then I'm also making a connection with you where you're going to give me some feedback of where you got the earrings from. Hopefully some people don't, but you would. You would. Yeah. So things like that.
Yeah, those are great tips. Those are great tips. Also, what I've heard before is repeating the person's name back. So really quickly in that conversation, when they introduce themselves, try to repeat the person's name back. So that
as much as possible.
Right. As you're talking to them, go ahead and start using their name. So that will help to commit it to memory. And then for me, I'm going to go ahead and get the phone number and I'm going to put you in there. And I usually will put a little note about the person.
I do the
too.
Same.
So I'll remember that, be able to make that connection. And then it's a matter of, okay, when I see him again, okay, if I don't remember the name, and I've gotten better about this, but if I don't, then I have to remember it enough to go in and put in what do I remember about that person, so then it will come up in my contacts and then I'll remember the name, right?
Right.
You got to work. If you know it's a weakness, you have to work through it because you have to remember people's names. You really do.
Especially when you network.
It is so important because I never want somebody, like I said, to feel like they're not important because you didn't take the time to remember my name. That's a crappy feeling. I've been on the receiving end of that and it doesn't feel good. But also, as now the further along I get in business, the more, and you live a little, you're like, they just probably forgot my name. It's okay. When you're making those introductions, sometimes you just got to help people out and be like, hey, Katrina.
Right.
Just help people out. Y'all help me out, please.
Exactly. Please. And another thing you want to do is you also want to make yourself memorable. Okay. You want to make yourself memorable as well, because I think the more you engage, and self-disclosure creates those connections as well. I self-disclose some. The other person might self-disclose some.
Forgive me. I'm so bad with names. Huh? No, I'm just saying, that can be, you're revealing a little something about yourself.
Oh, yeah. Right? Ahead of time.
In that conversation.
Right.
Girl, hey, I remember we met at the such and such. Tell me your name again, girl.
Being transparent. That's transparency.
Being transparent about it, right? Which will make you memorable. Anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, so being memorable and so cute. And not making the connection because you don't want to, you maybe you feel like you're being too over the top. I think that I'd rather be over the top than too reserved to where the person doesn't feel comfortable connecting with me.
Okay.
And I don't mean being intrusive or aggressive, but more so engage. Like you really want to connect and engage with the person. Look at them in the eye when they're talking, nod your head, let them know that you're very much involved in a conversation and you're present in the moment. Because a lot of times when people network, especially us as entrepreneurs, our minds are everywhere. We're thinking about all the things we got to do. I need to make this connection, that connection. But the real connection is in the present moment.
Be present.
Be present. There. Absolutely. Because people can tell when you're not.
Right.
So they're like, okay, well, this person, they won't even talk to you long. They might not even give you as much information that they would have given you or connected you to someone else because they can tell you're not in the moment.
You're not engaged. The lights are on, but no one
nobody's home.
Right. There's a technique where you can help make yourself more present with if you're under the tapping technique that brings you back to the present moment. So that way you don't, because sometimes your mind can run, and I'm guilty of it too, because there's so many things. So I've not tried that technique, but I may need to do that as well, because you do want to be present, engaged. That's what's going to foster a more authentic conversation and relationship and that sort of building as well. So how about what are some strategies maybe for networking? Maybe what type of events would you say are the best events? So we got to get ready. We're getting close on time. So
yes, we're always really quick. Okay, really quick.
quickly.
Some of the best networking. So it depends on what industry you're in. If you are into real estate, they have real estate meetup groups. If you're into credit, if you're into marketing, they have so many different things out there. You can literally Google events in your area. Conferences are a great place to network where you're going to go with like-minded individuals. You all are coming to the conference for the same thing. And they have a conference for just about every single industry you can think of. Churches are a great place to network.
Okay.
Getting involved in your community. That's also really good. Volunteer work.
For sure. Volunteering.
Exactly.
Yeah,
community engagement. Habitat for Humanity has some events and things like that. So you really just have to get plugged in and just pull it up on Google and look up some different networking opportunities. But look for networking opportunities that you are genuinely interested in. So that way, when you go to those events, you have something to speak to, because it's a hobby you like, or it's a group that you would want to be a part of or want to know more about. And more than likely, they'll welcome you in. And that's your opportunity to network.
I think a great business bestie tip would be to have a networking ally.
I love that.
Yeah, have somebody that...
Don't do it alone. You don't have to.
Yeah, you can have a networking ally. So you go to these events, you find those things when you're connecting with like-minded people. You're going to have those things in common anyway that you enjoy doing. It can even be the gym. You never know.
A dance class.
That's why making authentic connections and building friendships, these things will happen naturally. So that is our show. We have to talk about the ways to get into the circle, right? Absolutely. So we have our success sessions. We have, of course, our events that you can come to. Those are wonderful opportunities for you to network and also get further into the circle. And then stay tuned for our She Swag merchandise that will be dropping very, very soon.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. And then also for next week, our topic is going to be, we are talking about scaling. She is a scaling sensation.
I love how we're just climbing up. Now, mind you, this is our 10th episode, so we're 10Xing everything. 10Xing, right? Just like this.
10.
Put some 10s in the comments below. Show us some 10s. Give us that energy. We're going to give it back to you, right? That big energy. Yes.
Energy. If you are following us on YouTube, thank you so much. We so very much appreciate you. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that little notification button, so you will know when we are popping on here again. But every Tuesday at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. And if you miss it, always come back to watch the replay. Okay?
Yep. On Thursdays. Absolutely.
That's right. Thank you all.
We'll see you later.
Always an amazing show. Thank you. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers. Cheers, queens. Like you.
Thank you for joining the She's in the Circle podcast. See you on all our social media platforms for more empowering episodes and contagious laughter. Follow us for useful business tips. Subscribe to access valuable gems and wealth-building tips that will ignite your success.
Join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for exciting exciting conversations, and stay in the loop with your business besties.
At L'Amour Media Versatility, we aim to provide comprehensive solutions to our clients. We have a team of experienced professionals who can help you with every aspect of your media needs. From documentation and marketing to promotion and more, we provide our clients with top-notch quality services. We understand that each client is unique and has specific needs. That's why our team works closely with you to understand your company and event goals and objectives. We are committed to providing the highest quality services in media and strive to exceed our clients' expectations. Our team is passionate about helping you reach your goals and making sure you get the best experience and results. If you're looking for a reliable business to help you with all your media needs, look no further than L'Amour Media Versatility. Contact us today to get started at 252-497-3817 or at www.lamour-photos.com.